all right, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. This is Friday morning, and we always talk about celebrating the wins. And so we have something to celebrate now. To some, it may not mean that much, but for us, this is our fifth day. We have successfully completed one whole business week, one work week, Monday through Friday. And guys, we did it. So I'm excited about that, right? So in one of the companies I used to work with, we used to call this Happy Friday. It's Friday. That means yay, woohoo. Thank God it's Friday, however you want to say it. But we are approaching the weekend, and I do want to thank all of you all who've been showing up and consistently, starting this journey with me. I'm excited. My energy is high, and I'm looking forward to seeing what God has to say to us and how we grow together. That being said, I have a little something special for you today. Going to switch it up a little bit, and you're going to see in just a moment. But before we do, let me just say this. The topic today is going to be on mentorship, okay? And it's going to be on the power of mentorship. Now, you say, well, why do we have to discuss mentorship and the power of mentorship? Well, mentorship is something different. And many people don't know the power of mentorship because sometimes it hasn't been explained the correct way. And so today we're going to talk about that. Now, with that being said, as always, consider liking, subscribing to the channel, turn that bell notification on, and don't forget to get your cup of Joe, tea, or sounds, whatever you're doing. Ooh, got some good lemonade today. Okay, so with that being said, the power of mentorship. Now, guys, I like to take you all to a Bible verse that's been consistent with what we're doing. So let me just take you here. The Bible verse for today is going to be Proverbs 27, verse 17. Should be there on your screen. And I'm going to read from some of my notes here. So if you see me look away, I'm not ignoring you. I just got notes here, okay, that I'm reading from because I want to make sure I deliver good, high-powered information and content to you. So King James Version says that iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Now, if you notice on the screen, I have the New Living Translation available for you. And the New Living Translation reads this way: as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. Guys, I'm going to read that one more time while I put a little lotion on my little ashy hands. Y'all didn't even tell me my hands was ashy. Why y'all ain't tell me my hands was ashy? Early in the morning, I understand. Trust me, someone got to take care of this stuff. Anyway, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what does that really mean when we talk about mentorship and iron sharpening iron? What does that really mean? Now, I got a few slides. You all can see, I have a few slides here for you that I'm going to be taking you through today because I always like to try to do better every day. But when you're talking about iron sharpening iron, let's talk about the real power of that. Okay. And when we get into this with this particular verse, you're going to see how, in order for iron to sharpen iron, you have to look at mentorship differently. Mentorship, friendships, anything that's going to be able to allow you to grow on a mutual level, business relationships, all of that. So I want you to think about it. Paradigm can be considered as a shift and small, not just a small change. Think about this. A paradigm shift is not a small change because a small change is a minor adjustment in your behavior and your habits, while a paradigm shift is a complete overhaul of our way of thinking and acting. Now, I want you all to see this because I'm getting ready to ask you all to shift your thinking, shift your paradigm as it relates to mentorship and what that means. Okay. One of my mentors, you all know this, John C. Maxwell, he says, if you are willing to change your thinking, you can change your feelings. If you can change your feelings, and you can change your actions. If you can change your actions, ladies and gentlemen, you literally change your actions based on good thinking, accurate thinking, then you can literally change your life. I use this quote all the time. I stand on this quote, you all, because this quote, seriously, if you activate it and implement it, thinking, feelings, actions, good thinking leads to a happy life, good life. And when we're talking about a business life and why we need mentorship, these are some of the things that are very important. So I want you to take a look at this picture on the screen. And I'm gonna get into it, y'all. I just want you all to experience this. I really want to start digging into some of these things so that you can have some visuals while you're listening to me. And of course, those of you all who are listening via podcast on the platforms, thank you so much for being here as well. Now, look at this. Of course, we see a lion. I want you to think about a lion in the silhouette in the background and imagine and think about this cat. That cat can see itself in one or two ways. So I want you to understand that your success in any business or career will never be greater than the image you have of yourself in that entity. So a cat can see himself as a timid, weak feline, or a cat can see itself as a lion. Now, me personally, we may have cat people, we have dog people. I grew up with cats, but I tend to like dogs more if I'm gonna have an animal. Now we don't have any. I think I'm just getting me some fish because, they require a lot of time and attention that I don't have right now. At any rate, though, if the cat then, or if you, like this image that we got in our mind, can see yourself, then the same way you need a image for your personal identity, self-identity, you must become aware of your business image as well, which means, are we going to grow to the top of our field? Do we have a mindset to say, you know what, my business is going to thrive, it's going to be healthy, it's going to be successful, no matter what, by any means necessary? You see, on this Friday, you all, this fifth day, I really want to empower you and encourage you to keep your hand to the plow. And so now when we look at this text about Proverbs, the question is, what is your thinking as it relates to mentorship? Now, remember the text. Let me go back and revisit this thing for you. The text says in Proverbs 27:17 that what? As iron sharpen iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. Now, what can we take that to mean? What can that mean to us? Well, let's talk about it. When you talk about the power of mentorship and how I'm framing this for you all to think about it, throughout my years, I have come to realize that mentorship is really about relationships. Because if I have a good mentor, sometimes that individual can help me grow in my business. They can help me grow personally. They can help me go, mentally. Some people have to acquire different mentors. Because I'm a pastor, I can help out in more than one or two areas. I can help a person spiritually. I can help a person mentally. I'm in leadership. I'm in business. So, my clients, the people, my mentees tend to get the all in one shebang. And that's how we designed it. But what I want you all to get on this morning, this Friday, is that the image of this scripture, iron sharpens iron. I want you to think about that. It's a powerful image because when you have iron, okay, meeting, when iron meets another piece of iron, it creates friction. But in the same process, it also sharpens. It could also strengthen. It can also refine. So watch this. In the same way, you all, people, when we allow certain things to happen in terms of meeting one another, right? Then this same process takes place. So what am I saying to you? Basically, you all, when in the same way, the people that you allow into your life, they are meant to help you grow. They are meant to improve you. They are meant to refine you. They are meant to take you to places where you can sharpen yourself. We can be more focused and you can be more effective in what you're doing and your purpose. And I look at mentorship like that. So whether it's in business or leadership or personal faith walk, you don't want to do it alone. I know we live in this time called cancel culture, and soon somebody hurt our feelings and make us mad, we ready to cancel. But I need you to understand something. We all need someone sometime. We need someone who can challenge us as well as encourage us, who can help sharpen our minds and strengthen our spirits. And when you talk about mentoring you or mentorship, there has to be a mutual benefit. Hmm. There has to be a transition between wisdom and knowledge. So I learn from my students as well as they learn from me because we understand that we share wisdom, we share growth, strategic strategies. We talk about, life, and all of that is invaluable when you think about mentorship. So now, as you start to see it and frame it, mentoring is just not one side. It's just not one person lecturing. It's like a tennis match between you, if you will. I'll give you a perfect example. Have a client, have a student, I was teaching them a concept on self-image, and they took it deep and studied and said to me one day, Doc Favors. I said, yeah. I was reading in the workbook, because I give them workbook. I was reading the workbook when you said that you can only go as far as your self-image allow you. He took it deep. He said, then is it possible that if I elevate my standard to the new self-image, then I'll start to attract things on that level. I say, now you're talking about frequency. You see, he came to that revelation. Now we're talking about it. Now I was able to add to it, but he also gave me a word that I didn't put in the original teaching, which was to raise your standard to the level of thinking where you want to be. And then you'll be on the same level with that of what you're trying to attract. Now, once again, y'all know I teach the human development, but this is Freedom Friday. This encouragement Friday. So I want y'all to get this way of thinking, okay? So here's the thing, you all. When you allow the right people into your life, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a friend, a business partner, what you're doing is positioning yourself for growth. But here's the key. It cannot be one-sided. If you got a mentor and all they're doing is just lecturing you and taking your money, and you all are not really engaged and they don't make time to get with you, I'm telling you, you're going to have to find yourself another mentor. And I stand on it. I know some of you all watching this. Yeah, hey, take the comments, write the comments. It's okay. I'm just telling you from my perspective. All right. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing with you what I believe. And if you all would do that, some of you all will stop wasting so much money on conference and this and that, and just find you one good mentor, one person who's actually doing what you're wanting to do. You see, we're practitioners. I am a coach. I am a pastor right now. I'm not talking about what I did before because times change, right? So we're in it. Okay, anyway, when you do this, ladies and gentlemen, you position yourself for growth, exponential growth. So it can't be one-sided. Now, you also have the power to sharpen others. That's why it's important that you never devalue yourself. I don't care if someone is rich and famous and they've been traveling all around the world, you have value as well. Matter of fact, I need someone to repeat that right now. I have value. I have life experience. I have lessons. I have a perspective that can uplift and sharpen someone else. Yeah, you may want to pause that and rewind that real quick. Yep, I said it. You have value. You have experience. You have life lessons. You have practice. You have perspectives that can uplift and sharpen someone else. That's why I'm always asking you all to put something in the comment and let me know how we can make this experience better. So then the relationships you cultivate can and will determine the levels of success that you have. And that's important, okay? Now, here's something I want to ask you. Why do you think that mentorship, and now I would say mutual mentorship, mm, 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 that is so good. Let me tell y'all something. So my wife, she buys me sugar-free lemonade, and then she doctors it up and makes some stuff because We trying to be more healthy. So I didn't realize that it could be so good. It's just it's tangy. Okay. Why? What is mutual mentorship first? We talk about getting into essential things. Well, mutual mentorship is what I just explained. It's not one-sided. It's beneficial for both of us. And I always want to stress that. So when you talk about why is mutual mentorship so essential? Well, number one, it helps strengthen each other, both parties. Now, I want you to remember the concept about the steel and how it friction. When iron comes together, it has friction. So think about this. The friction of different ideas, different perspectives, challenges, they help refine both skills and mindset and abilities. Because if I have a smart student, an intelligent thinker who pushes me, who's trying to pull out of me, and they're asking me questions and I don't know them, okay, then I'm going to go do research because I'm pretty sure in some of these books, I wish y'all could see it. I'll show y'all one day. I can find the answer. So that's going to cause me to go do more research. That's going to strengthen my skill set because I can answer that question. I don't purport or tout that I know everything. I just know how to do research because if I don't know it, I can go find it, right? So then you learn faster and you grow stronger, y'all, when you're surrounded by people who are committed to growth. So why is mutual mentorship so essential? If I'm committed to growth, you're committed to growth, and we're committed to helping one another grow, then we grow quicker and faster. Second thing is it expands your vision. Your inner circle, ladies and gentlemen, can help you see way beyond your limitations. This is the power of the mastermind. We have mastermind sessions. That's what happens. Why? Because we have two or three people. The Bible says, well, there are two or three people gathered in my name. Jesus said, I am in the midst of them. The concept of business, we call it masterminding because when three or four of us get together and we bounce stuff off, it's like a mastermind come together and then begins to release hidden mysteries, revelations. Oh my goodness. A powerful mastermind take you far. So what does that do? It expands your vision because it increases the possibilities and can offer guidance and help you make decisions that align with your purpose. So think about it. When two minds come together, three minds, four minds, however many you want your mastermind, I wouldn't go over maybe six or seven because then you start having so many different opinions. We can't settle or agree. But when these minds come together, the potential for creativity and breakthrough is off the scale. It multiplies tremendously. And then, of course, you all, it encourages each other. There's nothing worse in the world than feeling like you're the one who's always giving and giving and giving. And everyone is always taking and taking and taking, especially when it comes to relationships and mentorship. Let me tell you all something. If you're in a relationship and you always giving and giving and giving, if you are connected with a person who's a taker, they're going to take, take, take as long as you keep giving, giving, giving. That's why you have to find that perfect balance of someone who can give and receive. Do y'all hear it? I just said something to somebody right there. I don't know who that's for, but I'm serious. So in difficult times, when iron sharpens iron, true friends, mentors can help keep you motivated, can help keep you moving in the right direction. Even when you feel burnt out, worn out, tired, dismissed, rejected, they can come in at the right time with the right word that can speak to you the right way. They become the voice of reason and encouragement in the middle of chaos, in the middle of challenges and tests and trials. People, we need people like this. And of course, to be honest enough to say, you know what? Here's a word from the old neighborhood. You bugging. Your perspective is wrong. You need to elevate your way of thinking. You're looking at that all wrong. However it is of the vernacular where you live. I'm from Detroit, so that's we say stuff like that, man. You tripping, you bugging. But the reality is sometimes we need someone whose iron is sharpening our iron to say, hey, slow down, rethink that. Just because you failed once don't mean you are a failure. One failure don't define you in totality of being a failure. You just failed in that moment. So fail forward and keep going. Yeah, that business idea didn't work. That business idea didn't work. Man, I can't count on two hands how many ideas and businesses that I tried to launch that didn't work, that didn't fail. I mean, that didn't make, guys. Look, I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Man, I tried this, I tried that, I tried this, I tried that, and I was putting out and it didn't work. But each time I learned from the mistakes. I learned certain skill sets that we need that I'm even sharing with you now. And I was one of the guys who tried to a la carte it together. I tried to Google it, I tried to YouTube it. And I'm not talking because we're here. But back in the day, people would just put just a little enough to get you interested, then they would sell you. Now you have online school education and trainings where people are doing exactly what I'm doing, going deep into these concepts, giving you answers to real problems, giving you solutions that you can implement immediate. And the payoff, sometimes it's not about money all the time, people. The payoff is that I was able to help someone else, right? Help someone else not have to go through what I had to go through. That's valuable. Because if you've ever spent 10, 15, $20,000 on the program, and you got done with the program and you was worse off than you were, you will understand what I'm saying because I spent some major chips trying to chase this thing called success, only to realize that the ones who are really vested in you, understand that they can learn from you. Even my mentors, favors. I had a microphone, and one of my mentors said, "Hey, your audio sounds amazing. Would you mind sharing that with me? Because my audio, I paid like, almost $1,000 and this don't sound nearly as good as yours." I said, "I sure will." Sent them the link and did everything. And, just a humble guy. It's a beautiful thing, you all. Okay. So, with that being said, when we talk about Proverbs 27 and we look at this particular scripture on what that does for us, puts us in the place of now you understand that mentorship is different. I have people been with me for over 10 years in my mentorship program and leadership programs because we grow together. We do business together. Some of them we do life together. It's amazing, amazing thing, this piece called mentorship. I don't know why some people are afraid of it. There's nothing to be afraid of. It can really help you. What took me 20 years to learn, I can teach you in 1 or 2 years. Change your whole life for the rest of your life. Imagine that. Okay. So where are we? Where are we? The mutual peace. Now, I have something else I want to share with you all. Some daily affirmations. I'm also going to leave them in the description below, but I wanted you to see these and I wanted you to hear these, depending on where you're viewing this and listening to it from. The first one is I attract positive, growth minded people who inspire and challenge me. It's a dangerous place to be. One of my mentors once told me, Favors, you never want to be the smartest person in the room. Mhm. That statement has always resonated with me. And so oftentimes I go put myself in positions where I'm the dumbest person in the room. Yep, I said, and I'm not a ignorant man. It's some things I don't know in certain fields, but I read and I study, so I'm just not, you know, illiterate, just dumb on certain things. That may sound harsh. It's just talked about me. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you saying your daily affirmations, I don't know if you do, if you don't. I have some that I say all the time. Some for my business. I got gold cards and all of that. One of the ones that I use is I'm so happy and grateful now that I am lighter, leaner, looking good, and feeling great. When I was about 319 pounds, I had to reprogram my way of thinking, my paradigm. And I since then has lost about 60 pounds. From 319, I'm down to about, I fluctuate between 260 and 265 now. And I'm going to be losing some more. But affirmations work if you believe in them and you utilize them. So I attract positive, growth minded people who inspire and challenge me. I always like to be around people like that. The second one is I am a source of inspiration and encouragement for those around me. I put that there so you can realize that you not only attract people who are going to inspire and challenge, but you want to be one that someone can attract to them where you can be a source of inspiration and encouragement for them. One of my bishops used to say when we pray, he would always tell us, now take this blessing that God has gave you or given you and go be a blessing to someone else. You could say pay it forward, practice gratitude, however you want to say it. But isn't that a profound statement to be a blessing? Since you're so blessed, go and bless other people. Beautiful concept, you all. Just actually beautiful. And then, of course, this is one that is very, very important. I choose my inner circle wisely. That's that mastermind group. Uh-oh, y'all can't see that last piece. Oh, don't let me. Yeah, y'all like that, don't you? Uh-huh. I got some little toys over here. Okay, I choose my inner circle wisely, and I am surrounded by people who help me fulfill my purpose. Okay? Choose your inner circle wisely because that means if you're surrounded by people who help you fulfill your purpose, then you want to be willing to help those people who are surrounded by you fulfill their purpose. If you do these three right here, you implement these three right here, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee if you do them and say them for 21 days, you'll see some change. For 30 days, you'll see some change. If you do them for 60 days, you're going to see some results. You do it for 90 days, you've switched and shifted your paradigm completely, and you're going to be vibrating. You'll start attracting things on higher levels to you. Now, whether you believe in this type of teaching and education or not, I'm not here to argue or refute that. I'm just here to share with you things that has worked for me, things that are working for me, as well as things that work for those students and clients that I work with. And that's very important. Okay. So, guys, we did it. Number 5. Put fives down there in the comment section. If you've been here all 5 days, I'm excited. We've launched something, and I really feel good about it. I've done this 5 days. I did these recordings. I really feel good about it. And I feel good about it because I believe that God is unctioned and God has commissioned me to do this. And so here it is, the Business and Bible Show, weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. And I have to put the other Instagram links down, not Instagram, the other podcast platforms. Trying to figure out now how to also put the audio up in the podcast here on YouTube. I think I need the RSS feed from the actual audio. I'll get that straight. But for right now, if you want to see the video, go follow me at YouTube, Mike Favors 1911. If you want to hear the audio while you're driving to work, commuting home, you go to a podcast. Wherever you listen to your podcast, the Business and Bible Show should be there. I know we're on Spotify. I know we're on Apple. It's a couple of other ones. I don't know the name of them because someone set them up for me. But the reality is we're there. Okay. In episodes 1, 2, and 3, each day they go in there. And we're going to do this as long as you all are getting inspired and you are empowered by it. That being said, you all, hey, once again, consider hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn that bell notification on, share this with your family, friends. That being said, you all have a fantastic weekend. I will be back with the cup lemonade on Monday with another series. So I look forward to seeing you all. I read some of the comments you all left and I'm leaving. I'm thankful for you all for that. So as always, you all, hey, this is Doc Favors. We will see you next time on the Business and Bible Show. Bye for now.